What's up, party people? How are we doing? Good? We're going to be talking about making friends again today. Part of my series on this general topic. Always see a few guys asking me like how to make friends easier. How do they go about approaching people with the idea of like building a good group of people? Even get a few questions about like, worming your way into groups, which I've answered before on this channel. Today I want to talk about the social awkwardness of trying to make friends, especially for guys who've got like high levels of anxiety, just the early stages of actually, building up the courage to try and build a relationship with people. And I want to link this to the journey of like improving dating, because that's on the forums where I chat to a lot of people about this. They're kind of on these forums with one of the main goals of building a great dating life. And within that, we always talk about the concept of social freedom, which comes with, it's sort of what you need to be able to like approach a girl and tell her that you like her, that kind of level of like freedom that a lot of guys don't have, or if they do, it's kind of natural, they never had to work towards it. So this is very important for making friends in general as well, like just having a good level of social freedom where you can just talk to whoever. You can hit people up for drinks, you can hit people up to hang out. Having like zero fear in that area is the greatest asset you can have when it comes to building friends. And I recommend to a lot of guys that they move around, they travel. And if you're gonna travel, if you're gonna move cities to improve your life, the ability just to talk to anyone and the ability to build relationships is gonna be like one of the number one things you will have that will keep your life moving in the right direction. The video title is going to be called Making Friends Can Be Awkward, and this is good and you need this and you should get used to it. Just the awkwardness that you need to run towards in some ways, because the only way to really get over the anxiety and feeling awkward is by exposure therapy and experience. The more of these situations that you put yourself in, the more you can get over feeling that in the future, and the less it will like cause you to stumble. I think I see with a lot of guys, they're afraid of making the first move to invite people to hang out, or they have done it and it's not worked out and they kind of quit because they think they're making mistakes and they can't do it. It's kind of like dating in that you will get a fair amount of rejection, or it's not really rejection, it's sort of like failure to launch. I think you're not always going to vibe with people. People aren't always going to be receptive. They might have a lot going on in their own lives. And that's the same thing we talk about within dating as well. Like, you're not always getting rejected because you don't fit the other person's criteria. You're not good looking enough for the girls, or like those sort of things. Usually it's more down to availability, whether or not the girl is ready to date, or sometimes it is going to be you, but like a lot of the times it'll be availability. And it's the same with friends, man. Sometimes it's just not you. Sometimes it's just them. They are not in a good place in their lives. They're not in a place where they want to hang out. They don't want to make new friends. Maybe they're really busy people, and the concept of like friends and having a more established and busy social life is just not on the cards for them. I recommend, if you're looking for friends in the workplace, to expect that a lot as well, especially if you're in like a competitive workplace and you're trying to make friends with everyone. Be aware that if it's really busy, they're really stressed out, that their lives, they're not going to have a lot of room in their lives to invite new people in. So don't feel like it was you. Because if you start thinking it's you, then the awkwardness is you're going to feel like everyone's just awkward around you all the time. You're going to feel the anxiety worse. But yeah, keep trying. Even with these people, it's worth trying just for the sake of it. It's worth just getting that experience of trying to build relationships. I'll talk about vibe more in another video, but once you start like hanging out with more people, as someone, maybe if you've been introverted and you haven't really hung out with enough people, the more you start trying to make friends, the better read you will get if someone is going to be a valuable friend to you, if someone's on the same wavelength as you. You can do this easily in the start when you're not as like clicked into this, by just going by like, shared things you share in common. Do you have the same interests? Have you got the same mindset? That's big for me. I like self-improvement guys in the community because everyone has like the same mindset. But I also like partying and going to like raves and stuff like that. So if people are in that mindset, like they want to party a lot on the weekends, I tend to vibe quite well with them. So yeah, those are what I kind of look for. With like the social awkwardness, I suggest people just hit guys up for drinks, like be like, yo mate, we should grab a beer, and then usually just invite someone else. That's the best way. Like, you usually try and invite 2 other people, especially at work. You can, if you're like, if a load of people are starting at the same time, it's usually pretty socially acceptable. So you don't have to worry about your social freedom to just invite everyone out for drinks. And then when you're out for drinks, you can get a better gauge of whether or not you get on with people, whether or not you have anything in common with your work colleagues. In real life, get used to just pitching meetups to people. Like, honestly, like if you're at parties and you're vibing with someone, just like, yo, we should hang out. Maybe like they're into the same kind of fitness as you. You go to the gym together. You can go for runs together. You can just meet out for a walk. Been doing that a lot during COVID, just like meeting people out. Let's go for a walk. Let's hang out in town. There's so much more room for failure in the making friends area than there is for dating. Like in dating, like if you're awkward and you kind of fuck it up, you're not going to get another chance. But with friends and people you're around all the time, you're going to get a load more chances and you can be more awkward. So like revel in the fact that you can be more awkward and you can fuck up more times, and that hopefully gives you the positivity, I guess, to overcome your social anxiety and your awkwardness. And then eventually, with enough experience, you will meet the criteria of being a socially free person. I also recommend just like getting used to small talking with strangers. That's a really good one as well. Like when you're waiting in queues for something, just start conversations. Just try and start like small talk with people. Especially if you're going to go to more parties as well. You need to learn how to like just talk with people and chat. It's really like, it should be really easy after you do it enough. Everyone has the capability to start conversations, in my opinion. You'll get there eventually. That's my whole message, man. You'll get there eventually. If you just keep trying, exposure therapy, experience, you will get there eventually. All right, guys, look out for more videos on the friends topic, and I'll see you again soon.